Boop-a-doop. And we're live. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to What Remains of Edith Finch. So, yeah. I had original plan was to do some Final Fantasy today, but with the maintenance happening for Dawn Trail, that's not an option. I still have to even start the update. So yeah. It's why I've kind of decided, well, I'm not going to be streaming Final Fantasy tomorrow either. Though I possibly could, but it's a big download and I'd have to make sure I can sit my computer long enough to download it while I'm not doing other things. But, yeah, a couple of different things. I am currently trying to use a new camera avatar setup, which hopefully works a wee bit better. Hopefully this new one's a bit more expressive because I'm now using an iPhone as a camera instead of the webcam I had been using. So hopefully the face tracking on iPhone is apparently much better than you can get on a Razer. It's like a 4-year-old Razer webcam I've been using. Was there anything else I meant to say? No, I think that was everything. So I'm going to bring us on over to... Actually, unmuting the game would be a good idea first, I believe. There it is. Okay, hopefully I've adjusted the volume okay for it. So, the game did seem to start... It's one of those games that doesn't seem to go to a main menu first, it seems to immediately start in. But at least it lets you immediately open up the menu. So I might turn the audio down one more step. I can't move. Oh, sitting on a bench. Okay, we are younger than I thought, judging by how low I feel on the bench. Oh. Oh. A journal.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Ooh.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Oh. This is already not quite what I was expecting in terms of style. It reminds me of what's the one? There was it was a walking simulator I played before. This feels similar to.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Ooh. You have information about Milton called the Orcas Island Police Department. Orcas Island, that is... the Steam description says that this takes place in, is it Washington State? That's why I'm probably going
I
to...
lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
That is certainly an odd-looking house. My geography is going to be all over the place if this takes place in the United States. Those are... I feel I recognize this plant. I want to say... They remind me of bluebells, but I know they're not bluebells.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
I'm just gonna leave them, I guess.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, okay, that's how it's going to work. Oh, that is neat. No trespassing. This property is protected by video surveillance. Can I see the frog? Or do I just hear it?
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Oh. So we're trying to find out?
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Finches. Down or... This is probably the one that leads to the house, given it's more paved, but I'm curious. I do like wandering off the beaten path. I hear frogs again.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Oh.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Oh. No, mysterious family. Weird house. Did I go?
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
I have noticed, like, the frog has stopped. If I went back, would it start up again? Nope, I can still hear the frog.
The
That
house
is...
was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Doesn't look like the type of place you'd forget too easily. Hey, frog friend. Oh, lots of missing person posters. They, from what I can see, they're all the same one we saw at the beginning. Alright. Okay, shift is not sprint, shift is squint, as is control, and alt, and, oh, hello! I shouldn't spook. I shouldn't spook you, I don't think. Oh, bye!
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few
Oh.
hoof prints.
Okay, take both paths to the house. Okay, so there, it is just a choice you can take. You make. It's a very nice looking game. Like everything is. It's not going for it. It's not. Doesn't feel like it's going for hyper realism, but at the same time, it feels very believable. Be nice to have some kind of light. Oh, what is that? Is that like a model of something? I thought it was real for a moment. Are we going to get a comment on? No? Okay. I guess apparently it's not worth commenting on. Um,
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
some parts of it certainly don't look safe.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were.
Oh.
I was afraid of the house.
From what I was reading on this, like, I've only kind of like, oh, wind chimes. Oh,
The house felt
oh,
like
I
it had
can
always been here.
lean into it.
Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of wondering. Like, it didn't. It struck me just kind of as a walking simulator style, but part of me is wondering, like, is there horror in this? I don't know if I want to enter via the garage. Or the cat flap?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot
Oh, doggy
easier when
door.
I was 11.
I didn't think that was the plan. Do we not have a front door key? I guess I don't get the chance to find out.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
I'm not surprised the house that's been left for a while doesn't have power. Potting mix. Those are like, that's packing styrofoam? Maybe? Keep. I can't read that, that's too blurry. Woodworking. A pool. Bicycles. See, from this side of things look normal. What is? Okay, can't even attempt with that light switch. Fishing poles. Hey.
For the first time in years,
Eddie, Dawn, Lewis, Milton, Edith. January 2010. That's probably not this year? Don't know how long the house has been unoccupied for. This is giving me horror game feel.
I felt like I was home.
Excuse me.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Ooh, you can get close to the picture. So, Edie is not the grandmother. Dawn is the mother. Loving memory, Lewis Finch. Brother to Edith, son of Dawn, great grandson. Great. Oh, okay, so she's the great grandmother. Witch's Kitchen, the Holiday Feast, the Viking's Belly, Nordic Cookbook, Weird Recipes, Flour, Salt, Water Yeast. Oh, Flour, Salt, Water, Yeast. So all cookbooks. Something apple pie. Ooh. Well, the ingredients all seem normal. Oh, just had your previous job called to ask how things were. Fair enough. Welcome to the stream, Nam. I am exploring.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Oh. No, I don't know. I think there's only like one place that delivers to where I live. And even they only take cash. So I can never really call them round because I don't tend to have cash on me most days.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Of course the cat wouldn't. I hadn't processed these were all cans of salmon. Oh, that even more. Okay, yeah, definitely a lot of fish. The front door would be
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Yeah, too much is definitely a feeling I'm getting. That light is low hanging. That would concern me. I don't know how tall Edith is, but that feels like something that if I was in this room, I'd probably be hitting my head off if I wasn't careful.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Oh. But he's not dead for sure?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Yeah, a lot of things indeed. Doesn't really look like there was much packing going on at all. Okay, no using the front door. What is...
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Oh. But it's been cocked up and barricaded, and clearly people don't want into that. Or, well, clearly someone doesn't want other people getting in. I guess I'll continue exploring downstairs. Music box.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Is it just me, or like the music boxes always seem to get a little ominous sounding? Barbara Finch, a director or an actress? Someone was a bug collector. Music boxes have been given that reputation because of horror movie. It's always... It seems as so commonly that the songs chosen to put into music boxes are... Something about the sound of them is a little darker. I can't think of any music boxes I've heard which have like happy, upbeat tracks. Ooh. Your insect collection is impressive, but also... I don't like the millipedes. I suppose millipedes aren't insects, so I guess it's just more bugs in general. Maybe I'll leave the basement.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
After it sank? Oh, was it originally, like, out further in the lake? Has the lake been expanding? Ooh, TV. More More family photos. Cutting down a Christmas tree. 100 years of solitude. Pacific pantry. Tales of taste and tummy. Definitely fans of cooking here. Oh. Dawn Finch living room. Alrighty. Definitely a lot of books. I wouldn't be surprised if they have enough books to genuinely consider. Yeah, I'd almost be certain there's enough books around here for this place to be considered a library.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
You just... Okay. You just up... Everyone just up and left?
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Yeah. Why? What happened that night? For just everyone to up and leave. Like that. That's into the garage. And hold up. Everyone up and leaving, but leaving the wheelchair? And that feels... And is that someone's phone?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Mm. Something weird happened. I want to go out to the... what's it called? Is it called a balcony when it's still on the ground floor? Or is it a... Is that a veranda? I don't know enough. I feel I missed stuff outside because I didn't realize how approaching the cat flap was going to just go, nope, we're inside now. Okay. Escape just brings that up. Are there any other controls? Doesn't look like it. Nope. So actually, we have a... This is the family tree, I imagine, then. There was... Ingeborg... Sven... Are these people who have been... cut off? We have Odin in... the early 1900s. Oh, patio? Well, at least here in the UK, I think we'd refer to a patio as... It's kind of like a stone-tiled section in your garden. Well, maybe terms are different in the US. I'm not sure. So Sam, Calvin, Barbara. Okay, so Barbara's like a cousin. Stone tile. Section of garden. It's it'd be easier to explain if I showed a picture of it. But yeah, like the section in the garden where you're more likely to put like an outdoor table and chairs to sit on. I suppose, yeah, no, would it maybe, is it just a deck is what it's called? The wooden part that extends out from the ground floor? Just a garden deck? So, Barber's like a... great aunt something removed? Okay, so there was quite an age gap between Edith and Lewis. 11 years. Dawn's... Okay, everyone else has an end date. Or something... Yeah, the Steam description does give the game is that Edith is the last family member alive. I guess I'm going to go upstairs.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh. That doesn't... I don't know if
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
I can't... This is a...
My mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
I can't believe this is an awesome room. Some Finches? Oh, is this the... Is that the old house? At the bottom of the lake? Just wind?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Yeah, there's no way this key would work for this specific pad. Why?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh, that is cool.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Not quite yet, Edith. I kind of want to look around a bit more.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Ah. Okay, so this is all we get to see of the other. She didn't live long. Oh, 10 years old. Sam and Calvin? Brothers? Calvin... Only 11? My model is is my... Oh boy, that is... lagging a little bit. Oh, up, let me... Okay, back to normal? What was that? Okay. Seems... Okay, you don't like being... Maybe, do I need to put it on a different screen? Oh, but then that is weird. Okay, right, hold up a moment. Where's my mouse gone? There it is. No, I need to not be focused on the game. I need my mouse. Alright, give me just a moment, I'm going to turn off this and see if I can fix whatever is going on here. Right. Settings. Graphics. Miscellaneous. Huh. There's nothing that I think should be. Hmm. Just it doesn't. It just seems to not like it when I'm. It's not the focus, which is a problem because I don't have room on my screen for it to not be the focus. Um. And it was working fine as well before as well. Do. Nope, that's not helpful. Maybe if I don't. Hmm. Okay, but again, the moment I tab away from, why is it all of a sudden doing this? Although I need to look this up because this is a problem, maybe. Do. Do. Um. Okay. Apparently, there's a solution for this. I just need to rely on Task Manager for it and give the application a higher priority. What? Change priority. And how about now? If I focus on the game again, I'm still lagging really badly. Why? Um, huh. I do not know what I can do about that. Other than maybe try adjusting some of the graphic settings in the app. even that is really... Apparently, okay, turn off Windows game mode can help. Oh, oh, oh. I need to still be... No, I don't... Oh, that's annoying. All right. Yeah, if that's the case, I really don't know what to do about that. Because there's not really any other settings I can change. Uh, yeah, I'm looking at all the settings, and there's not much I can change to reduce, like, impact. Or to give it higher priority. Let me just try. Even the moment I focus, it's the moment I focus on any other... Oh, why do you have to start up here now, Minnie, when I'm having problems? Um, most I can do is if I can close... Oh no, you're... I don't think you're responsible here, Minnie. Okay, I can now select... I can select Task Manager and not lag. Can I select the game and not lag? No. The moment I put into the game, I'm still lagging. Why? Go to details. I need you to be eye focus. Okay, one more time. So what's going on? I can show you Minnie. Okay, so avatar working as normal, as intended, and then I tab back into the game, and this starts happening. This is not what I want, because yeah, I just don't know why it is doing this. Tried changing everything I can. Maybe your computer. I don't know why it can't handle both, though. Because it's not like I feel I've played more intensive games with both, and it's been fine. Steam isn't trying to do anything silly. Got nothing else running randomly in the background. Okay. Right. I guess there's only one thing for it. Give me just a moment. And I will go... Nope. Where's I can't remember how my computer works. Doo-doo-doo. And where's... There it is. Okay. All right. Okay, it's happening. It's still okay, maybe I just can't. Okay, maybe Edith Finch is just I guess. Okay, because yeah, I tried going back to the app I'd previously been using for my avatar, and no, it's not working either. So, huh. I guess maybe for this game I have to not use my avatar? I had not expected Edith Finch to be... But it was working? Was it working while I was moving into game, is the thing, Mooney? It was moving fluidly. Oh. Let me try one more time. I'll try again, quickly. Okay. Wait, oh. And back. And now I'm in the game. Moving around in game. How laggy is that? Because I know it moves fluid. I just mean like the moment I tab out of Edith Finch. Yeah. The moment I tab out of the game and have the game running in the background, it's fine. It works fine. It's like this. It's the instant I alt tab. Oh, Edith. I wonder if this is the problem. I look like someone who knows what a dang VTuber is. Really? So I turn on VSync. I wonder if that does anything. Ah, that might have been it. Okay, that one change might have been everything. I hadn't considered. Okay, so what that tells me is that Edith Finch tries to run it and like very highly prioritizes itself as running at unlimited FPS. Which, yeah, it would make sense that would cause lag. That would cause lag issues for anything else. Let's finally investigate this one.
Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Oh. Ah. Makes sense too for what's in store for the game. It makes sense that the game needs to run at unlimited FPS. I mean, that's all well and good, but my monitor is unfortunately capped at 60. I think my monitor is 60 hertz. Gregory. Only one? Why does this game feels like it's going to get dark? Because everyone seems to die really young. Molly, 10 years old. Oh, no, I don't think the problem is like what's loaded in the game. It's the fact my game is trying to render far more frames per second than is needed. Yeah, Calvin, 11 years old. Gregory, 1 year. I need to check some others before I do anything. Barbara made it 16 years. That's still... Wait, was that... Yeah, 16 years. Huh. That's an investigation for a moment's time. Yeah, and this is Sven and Eddie. Or Edie. Edie had a good run of it, and Sven also did. Edie's our great grandmother was Sven's cut off, or does this mean grafted in? Is Sven Edie's husband, or? One of them that's especially sad when you see the date of birth and... Oh.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
This is the bathroom, though. Why is the bathroom marked as...
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
A painter. So... Oh.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Something about him reminds me of Anton Sokolov from Dishonored.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Oh, right, that was... Yeah, because Barbara's the one who we saw on the picture downstairs. So it was...
Must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay, so no going upstairs.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, there's the same picture that's downstairs. Is the basement also locked? I kind of wanted to avoid the
Mom
basement.
always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Ah. No going into the basement, but the secret tunnels in the awesome room are? They're fine? I still love this room. I want this room. But I guess... Into the crawl space. Crayons. Oh, we are actually crawling.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Oh. You can draw better than I can.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Skipping rope.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
This makes me nervous. So this was it Molly?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
I don't know if I should be preparing myself for horror or...
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
It's very... It does have an almost fairy tale feel to it. Okay, we can't. She had a pet hamster or a guinea pig? Oh, and one of the little tunnels that lets it...
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom
Oh, gerbil.
with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Adorable. Oh, that was sharp. I don't know if I should be
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Was Molly Edie's daughter? Okay, so are these all? Ooh, the artistic style of the family tree does make it a little awkward for me to read sometimes. Okay, so is this... I thought this was a branch in the family, but is this just... Are these all siblings? Gregory. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we saw his... That was the... I'm still curious why the bathroom. Oh, okay, so Molly was Edie's firstborn? Losing her at just 10 would be. I don't feel right reading the diary. But that seems to be what I'm being pushed towards. Branches of certain ship siblings drawn in. Okay, so yeah, that's... Yeah, I was wondering about the leaves, if they were like people who were cut off or grafted in. But I'm also curious why... Because yeah, what makes me curious is that Kay's the only one that's attached. I guess I'll figure out more about the family as we go.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
I hate to do this. I looked around and see something for eat, and the first thing I see is an interaction counter on the gerbil cage. Might it be because they were the only ones who managed to produce offspring out of it? That might be it. Okay. It is ominous out there. We get a little goldfish. candy on sweet. I'm always kind of nervous about interacting with anything in case I interact with like the wrong thing and miss out on stuff. The gerbil food. Oh no.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh, no candy. What makes me... Why did Molly know or believe she'd be gone soon?
I kept eating and eating.
No, that was not... Oh! That is not good for you. Why, Molly? I ate... No!
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Mother dearest, I do not want to eat the holly and the gerbil foot. No, I can just wander around the room until I feel I've gotten a worthwhile experience out of the game. I don't have to progress. I can just enjoy the view for the next 2 hours. There's so much to look at out there. I do not like this. Not the toothpaste. I was not expecting when I clicked on the toothpaste. I thought I was gonna get some dialogue or something, not for her to just chug the whole thing. Mr. Gerbil food is... It's not good, but it is food, right?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
You didn't mind? What's your gerbil gonna do? Where is he and why is the cage open though?
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Burp.
It
Oh.
was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Molly, please don't do what I think you're going to do.
I reached out for her.
Oh. No, Molly, that's...
And suddenly,
What the...
I was a cat.
Okay, that's the direction we're taking this. Okay, game. What? Oh. Bird, you have no sense of danger. We have a bell.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
You've got a bell on your neck. I need to get rid of the bell somehow. Cats, in my experience, are very good at getting rid of their collars. There we go.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Did they just assume it was a random cat? I am confused. Also, yeah, the garage isn't here at this point. Neither is the abomination of a tower. Stop running.
The babies were all gone.
No baby birds. Ooh. Okay, bird. You want me to chase you, and I don't know if I should trust you.
I jumped and I almost got her.
What is this? Wait, is the bird? Okay, for a second, the way the lamp was, I thought the bird was wearing a top hat all of a sudden.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Bronco. Where have you gone? Oh, there.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Yeah. Molly, I am concerned for you.
I gobbled her up,
Oh.
and suddenly, I was an owl.
What?
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
What is...
Rabbits.
Oh. Oh. I'm sorry, I don't have much to say because I am.
His face looking at
Oh.
me, seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Molly, you concern me.
A mama rabbit.
Why are we?
She was almost too big to carry. I
Uh.
started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
What is?
And suddenly, I was a shark.
The... Molly, are you dreaming? What? The... I am... confused. Obviously she's dreaming. Okay.
I rolled off
Ow.
the cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Ooh. Wait, is that... Okay. I thought that was a person for a moment with the twin tails.
Fat, juicy seals.
And jump! Shark
Tore
simulator.
off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh. honestly, the thing, yeah, my thought is just mainly, I don't know what this game is about. I don't know if the supernatural is something this game is going to be delving into.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Okay. What the? We're... Are we just an abomination now, or...?
And I smelled people everywhere.
Okay, yeah, we are a monster. I was wondering if we were a monster, or... And, yeah, what's that about people, Molly? Ah, of course, Minnie. Upstairs we're going? This is, I feel I'm going the wrong way. Did I miss a staircase here, or am I supposed to go underneath the bus? I feel I'm supposed to go underneath the bus. There we go. Boy,
I was
Molly.
big, but I moved real quiet.
Molly, I am concerned. Oh! I don't know if I can open the door. Maybe she's just a horror movie, but... Similar monster. I suppose that's a possibility. Hello. Goodbye. No, the thing is, isn't this in like... I pause. 1947. Film existed, certainly. Ahoy, Captain.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have.
Oh, boy.
So I swam towards it.
This reminds me of the Cravers in Endless Space 2. Or not, no, it's not the Cravers, it's the... Oh, what are they called? Have I forgotten their name? The necrophages?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
The necrophages in Endless Legend? Just the end. Just the end of their, like, opening narration. The whole... One day we will rule over Origa, and we will look up at the stars. Still hungry. The imagination of a child is not to be underestimated. Yeah, I don't underestimate a child's imagination. But this is a... It's still concerning. Oh, we're in a toilet. Of course we are. Okay. This is a...
I got closer and closer.
Oh, back in Molly's bedroom. The gerbil? I'm assuming the game wants me to go to that red light. Or is the monster eating Molly? Okay, I can't climb up there, so I'm assuming not the gerbil. All my stomach.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Right. I heard a cat. Oh, I see a cat. The tentacle, I know it's a jellyfish, but the tentacles on Molly's bed feel a lot more...
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
I hope not. Was that open before? I can't... Oh yeah, it had to be, because that's where the secret time... This is the moment I'd probably be leaving. Edith, you are not a cat, you're a 17-year-old child. Well, I suppose 17-year-old isn't. Is only like the
This will be obvious later.
barely you could
but
call a child.
My mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Oh. This is Edie's room? Oh, right, I have to mind.
I
Alrighty.
spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Slurpee. Oh, all her birds. Purpley. Chirpy. Zerpy. Derpy. I appreciate her naming convention. Bob. Bob the Snake. Burpy. Derpy Jr. Oh. And Rob, a lizard? Another snake? I think a lizard. I think that looks like a leg. Yeah, it doesn't look like a snake at any rate.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Oh, one of those tablet boxes. Looks very, very similar to the... I know there's not... I know a lot of them look very similar, but that looks very... like, almost exactly like the one my grandfather uses. Built 1937. Sven Finch. 72-year-old woman refuses to evacuate because of a little forest fire.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
The Mysteries of Death and Thereafter. Molly concepts? Mural sketches? Barbara concepts? Can I question this, Edith? What is meant by concept?
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Win a family day out at Druid World. My friend Bigfoot random junk. Edith interview, Weird America, The Finches, Home Movies, Sam Medal Ceremony, Sam Photo Award, Conspiracy Now. That's one of the wedding videos and a poetry recital. Dawn poetry recital. Sam and Kay? So that's Sam and Kay's wedding? Another Edith video. Shrine sketches.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Oh, Edith Jr. Lake trip. Edith, there are things here.
She told people Sven was killed by a dragon. She could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, okay, so that's what was outside, was the slide.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh, this is the room Gregory was marked as being in.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
It is certainly a room. Oh, another secret. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Edith, I haven't finished investigating the last room, Edith.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Oh, I can't. Okay, this one lets me leave. Carpet in a bathroom. Yeah. Not ideal. Norwegian folktales. Deepest sympathy.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Blank canvases. Molly, Barbara, Calvin, Sam, Walker, Dawn, Gus, Gregory, Lewis, Milton, Edith. Student takes top honors in state photography contest.
Her room was like a museum.
Odin Finch joining the great majority. Oh, and that Mysteries and Death of Death and Thereafter. I hadn't realized that was a book from Odin.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Okay.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Oh, that's what they meant by the house being at the bottom of the sea.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Oh, I have to back away from it.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay, that's... Okay, I see why some leaves are detached, I think. Because the Ingeborg does kind of go into the portrait of Odin. Right. Controls for this do sometimes confuse me a little bit. Okay, but yeah, that's the... I can't... I do wish I could crouch sometimes. Just to lower the camera angle. But yeah, I think I saw that statue before. Alan Finch. Oh, photography. Milton again. Are we sure Milton's dead? Whee!
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Sorry, I don't know what to say a lot of the time in this. It's just a... Is this another hidden door that I should be? Okay, don't go... No, Edith, we're not done. I just saw something interesting. That caterpillar reminded me of the very hungry caterpillar. Is Very Hungry Caterpillar a thing in the US, or is it a British
I guess my
children's
grandpa
book?
didn't like history any more than my mom did.
This is cool. I mean, it's sad, but it's also... Imagine having this as a kid.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
So this is Sam?
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. Calvin always wanted to fly.
Wait, no, is this Calvin?
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Oh, don't make me do this. Don't.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Like
That's
this.
what I want to remember about my brother.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
I think we all wanted to at some point. I know definitely as a kid, kind of the thought of looping a swing around the whole way.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Can't say I'm too surprised. United States Marine Corps. He was a war photographer? Oh. 120% deportment grade? This is...
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Most improved player. Oh yeah, the super long swings were. I never saw many of them, but I've seen them a few times, and they can get scary.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
But someone's keeping their... Maybe just a shortcut? This was Barbara's room, right? Oh, that is...
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Had her own... ballet. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to get back in. I wondered if that was just an interaction. Seattle Starlets. Free from school, the Hollywood workout. Red carpet, a better you. Masters of cinema, the art of acting. Happy birthday, Barbara. Is that a birthday pizza? Also, yeah, this is something that maybe it's an oversight in the...
I thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Hmm. Barbara was 1960. Okay, right. This is at least 50 years old. This pizza. It should not be intact. Whatever that popcorn is doesn't look like popcorn anymore, though. I'll give them that. Barb Street. Steal a sign. Do you feel something weird is going on? Dreadful
Of all the
story.
stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
People wrote stories about her death?
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Oh.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
Oh.
The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, this...
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Okay, okay, yeah. That music is... Is this... Is this original to the game? Because I am... 99% sure I've heard this before. Oh, maybe it's just a shadow, but you look like you have a long neck, Barbara. Oh boy.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh! Action. I suppose we already had the shark and the owl stuff. Is this a prank by the boyfriend to try and get a good scream out of her, but then something goes wrong?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh yeah, there'd just been an accident there.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Yep.
Oh dear!
Oh, you hit him anyway.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Yeah, she didn't sound scared.
Furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Okay. Why is there... Oh, is it Halloween time? Oh, you don't like that. Walter.
Walter, are you there?
I'd like to turn and look into the...
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Okay.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
The hidden...
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Sneak up behind him.
Hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grown.
Yep. That's why...
But she sensed the story might not be over yet.
That's why there's part of the banister that was a different color. I thought something about it seemed odd. Okay, but this explains what happens to the hook man, but what happens to Barbara? Oh, he's,
The hookman had vanished.
yeah.
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Don't turn your back, man.
Someone at the door.
Yeah, I get it.
Trying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same
Wait.
night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But
I'm not surprised.
the story. As
Did-
for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ugh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
She was a group of cannibals? Ugh.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Edie's entitled to her opinion, I guess. I guess I can go to the basement now. Also, congrats on the new computer, Minnie. Glad you're feeling better about
now
Discord.
I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yep. Yep, everything's pointing me to the music box. Yeah, there it is. It wasn't even a different color. I just assumed it was wear and tear, but someone So I'm kind of curious what happened to Walter. There was nothing in his room.
All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
It might be one of those things where kind of once you know it was. Yeah, it is a bit harsh to say they're washed up at 16. But that's what the media's like. If you don't meet a certain level of fame, it's never going to be good enough. Okay, so that's the family graveyard then? I guess we're going to the music box. Hi, Barbara. I don't know if I want to go down here. No snooker table. Baby stuff. Heard something out there. For a moment there, that looked like a woman's torso kind of like bent over. Just in that lighting. Can anyone else see that, or is that just me?
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Oh. If they needed more space, I do wonder why didn't they finish the I would have thought, that finishing the basement would have meant more sense than building that haphazard tower. I can't say too much because basements are really uncommon here. I'm fairly certain it's the same in England as well.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
It is dark. Edith, do you have like a mobile phone or a flashlight? That'd be real helpful. Why am I going to the fridge?
Maybe she was hiding presents.
I don't trust anything in this game anymore.
She was hiding a lot more than that.
Clearly. What the balls is this?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
What the? Yeah, okay, yeah, it does say Walter survived all the way to 2005.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
It's that the Finch family has problems.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Yeah, it does seem to be... Walter was hiding under the house the whole time? Model trains... Oh, I see. He was... Yeah. He didn't get out physically far. Yeah. He survived for a while, but yeah. 1952. He would have been... He was only 8 when he saw Barbara get eaten. I'm not surprised he wanted to seal himself in a bunker somewhere. So I'm guessing then Edie and maybe Sven were the only people who knew and kind of just didn't tell anyone else and just let them live. Bringing them down supplies and models.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
1960.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
1976.
If you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
What? That was unrealistic power game. No way a can opener is that smooth.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Almost friendly. Do you not like...
And then one day...
Do you not have a fork,
just
Walter? 2005.
Stop. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
What were the shapes?
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Coriander seeds. Okay, so he was well supplied down here. The lack of sunlight can't have been good for him. It goes deeper. Why? We only see him eating peaches, but that's maybe he does have a set schedule, kind of like every Monday or whatever it is. Like at this time, I have a can of peaches. Yeah, because we saw the clock at the same time, each one. But yeah, like, given all that rack of spices and stuff, I do imagine he did have a selection.
I know it's out there somewhere.
Brown rice? Yeah, he's got brown rice there. He's... What's out there somewhere?
Whatever killed Barbara.
Whatever killed Barbara?
And Molly.
And... That's the point. We don't know that it was... It was only a comic book. Speaking about allegedly what happened... Is...
And Calvin.
Calvin. This is kind of giving me a little bit of actually Amnesia vibes. Where, like, the darkness chases people who come into contact with the orb. I don't think in Amnesia it was hereditary, but it did affect people around them. I wonder if it's like something similar, that someone way back in the family did something.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
You survive long enough.
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
If... Train track. He apparently must have heard everything that happened.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Yeah. Oh no. The rumbling was just a train? Run, Walter, get off the tracks.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Walter!
I don't mind if I only have a year left.
Run!
Or a month. Or a single week.
Oh, get off the tracks.
I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Yeah.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Okay, so there go my fears about it being something weird, and it's back to just being odd.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
What else wasn't she
I
telling
can
me?
only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Just locking everything up and
Can there
ignoring
be
it.
something that's still alive.
Right. We know the train line. These train lines are off now.
Now that there's only one of us left. Or maybe 2.
Maybe. Oh yeah,
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
her brother.
And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
What is There's a light over there. Okay, yeah, definitely no train. Why are there chairs in the tree?
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Oh, is Edith going to be another in a line of freak
Maybe
accidents?
it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Why we got... Oh, hello, that's a face.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Is she talking to Milton? Or...
And the history you're a part of.
Or does Edith have a kid? I'm curious. There's something out there. But I guess... Wait, there's a trail of things floating in the water between here and there. But I guess not for now? Okay. Back up to the house, I guess.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Where are we getting power from all of a sudden? Is it opening up the bunker? Look at the power lights, they have solar cells. Oh, right, yeah. We don't put some solar cells on the house so the house has some power? That would be nice. Nothing here. It's kind of just clicked with me that the title of the game again is What Remains of Edith Finch? Is this story all that remains?
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Hold up. Those look like lights of power. And given their position, I doubt they're solar powered. Attached to the wall, I doubt they're probably... They'd be mains powered, wouldn't they?
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh. Yeah, lights... Because I've helped install lights like that.
This, but
Ooh, that's
the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
This is certainly a little on the creepy side. Christopher, Shadow, Oliver, Bob, Shatsy. So you had a dog called Bob
3
and
of
a
the
snake called
gerbils were
Bob?
mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Lucy, Daisy, Charlie, Tucker, Coco, Zoe. Those are all the birds. Zoe, several unnamed. Bailey.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly Finch. Just 2 years after her 10th birthday as well. April. Sven Finch. Is that because, like, she is Edith? She is another Edith Finch? These letters mean anything. So, yeah. Okay, now I'm rethinking the What Remains of Edith Finch could refer to Edie? Walter Finch. Aha. Oh, that is a pretty cool memorial. Barbara Finch.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Did Barbara die? Did Barbara die on her birthday? She did. Her 16th birthday. That's...
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh, is that... That's the... Oh, that's the original house?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Okay, so the light's just a buoy to... Probably to keep people from running into it? That platform interests me. I don't know what to do about it.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sam Finch, Gus Finch, Gregory Finch. That's 33 years. Only, well, that's close to 2 years. Still very young. $13.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Milton Finch. Or he's Milton's grave is here? Can't believe I didn't. Did I not update it on Twitch? I guess I can do it now. It doesn't take long. Doo-doo-doo. I was that distracted getting streams started this week. Well, today, even.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
I suppose that's it. Sanjay Kumar. Sanjay. Dawn's husband? Oh, yeah, the first one I kind of know it was because I forgot to update on OBS what... I have to manually select my... my stream thing on... my YouTube stream on OBS. And it was still connected to the Tuesday stream.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
This is Molly, the treehouse we went to with Molly. I don't know if I trust the woods. Given it's at least 60 years old.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh. You didn't ever think this was maybe not a good idea? Oh, a ladder.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
But okay, so she is talking about her... She doesn't have a child, but she's expecting one.
They were both pretty intense.
Mm-hmm. That's like a fake bear rug, though, isn't it? Because I think bears are bigger than that. That's a Canadian goose. I'm gonna hold...
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, Sam was Calvin's brother. Male bear? Oh, that's the right size for female bear. Oh, the cobra chicken.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Yeah, I wonder if that has to do with what happened to Calvin. Taxidermied cat. Oh yeah, there had been the book in his bedroom about taxidermy. So had he been secretly kind of returning to the house? Okay.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Oh.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we
Oh,
can take
that's...
off.
Focus. Oh, okay. E is also take photos.
What? It's too early, Dad.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the
Channel your inner
weekend, isn't it?
There's no manual focus. That is something that bothers me.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
What's... Oh, we've got a spotlight out there.
Dawn.
I don't think she wants to smile.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Oh, something.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Oh. Hold up. I mean, I know it's probably just the same species of bird, but... And maybe the game's just reusing assets, but that's also the bird that lured Molly out of the window.
Aw.
Off it goes. Oh yes, got a whole family.
Nothing quite like being outside.
Why, sir? Old cameras still had manual focus. It's automatic focused at stuff. Take a pic of Sam. I know I have to.
Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess. Hey!
That's
Oh, right, I'm...
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
To tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Oh.
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Yeah, she's not too happy about that, buddy.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, that's a little...
Sorry, Dawn, just gotta reset the timer.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about
Alright.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Even if your family is certainly something. Another hidden room. Oh, back into... Wait, is this a new one?
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Finch control. Is Milton still scuttling around? Oh, hold on. I just realized we can't. I've just realized you can... Edith says she's 17, so it's 2016 at the moment? So if Milton's alive, Milton would be... Is that 1992 or 1991? I think it's 1992. So he'd be 24? A nursery? Gregory. Gregory was one of Edie's brothers? Divorce contract. To Sam Finch from... Oh, a lawsuit has been filed against you.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Okay, I am... Oh, wait, no, it's Gregory one of... Dawn's siblings? Oh.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Oh, I'm in control of... I was in control of the frog for a moment.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Oh, so that's... Oh. Quick bubbles. I popped it. Aha.
What his world was like.
Wait, is...
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was.
I see a thing I can do, and I really don't want to. Does the frog just return to Calvin? No? Is that just Calvin, like, using the Force? Exactly what you think. I don't want too many. Okay, get off the phone. Your child is in danger. Death by synchronized swimming, yeah.
It sure made him happy.
Okay. Okay, that... There, whale friend. Whoa. Oh.
I know how silly it sounds.
Oh.
That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I don't...
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
No.
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
Gotta
I
get
know
to
what
the
happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy.
No, other way, Gregory.
And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Hey, this game is a...
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
I can't make the kite go down. Oh, hold up. There's writing behind the... Okay, there we go. Now I can...
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
How old was Gus compared to Dawn? Only a year older. So whose wedding?
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom.
Oh.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Gus died on the day his dad got remarried? Wait, that
when the time for photos
Paul
came,
is...
Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh, that's why the chairs were in the trees.
But no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh, Gus, you're in danger.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Oh.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh, just Edie, Dawn, Lewis, and Milton. We don't have writing for. Edie, Dawn's. Oh, yeah, this would, yeah, because if their father was in the military, I wonder if that's. I mean, if you're sure you're up for this, Edith.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
So is
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Dawn who we're learning about next? India. Yeah, I was thinking there were a lot of books and things about India around the house.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh. 10 ways to teach critical thinking, religion, science, math, history. So a homeschool teacher? Helping hands create safe places, wedding presents. Little language notes. Do list. Majors. Places to visit. Bible verses. So that was a mission placement, I imagine she was out on? Orc Sound High School. Don't forget visa application, background check. Interview? Hard to read the handwriting. Yeah, kids do put themselves in danger. Without quite knowing what they're doing. Oh, it's like a fireman's pole.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Oh. I'm used to when we get to these shrines for there to be dialogue. But I guess, oh right, this isn't. All the others have been Edith's shrines, not, well, Edie's shrines, not. This is Dawn's own memorial. Does that mean that Edie has one somewhere else?
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Okay. Oh yeah, but then Dawn won't. No, Dawn won't have one because Dawn didn't. Dawn died after Edie.
Lewis was born a year later.
I don't trust this.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Dawn.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Lewis, Milton, Edith.
And to see kids in the house again.
Lewis was born a year later. That or she knew her husband. So I don't know if they married, because now I think about it, when we saw Sanjay's name before, it wasn't Sanjay Finch. I can't remember what his surname was. I wonder if they never got married. I'm wondering if Edie or someone else in the family had. Not that there were many people. By the time Edith was born, 1999, there was no one else left alive. Didn't we see Sanjay's? We did. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. It did say she met Sanjay in India. Yeah. Well. Yeah, it said she met him in India, but it also. It might not have been the first time she went out. Like, she might have went out, met him, and that was part of her motivation to return to India. Regardless, from what I'm gathering so far, the specifics of how their relationship happened isn't important enough to the story. But yeah, I'm wondering. Either Edie kind of pushed for Edith to be named that, or I feel something more likely is, despite how strained things seem to be at times, that Dawn did consider her mother highly, Dawn's grandmother, Edith's great-grandmother, highly enough to name her daughter after her.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Yeah, I still don't know if this was the best way to extend a house. Like, it's cool, but I question the safety.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Okay, so they were homeschooled. Qualification tables. Analyze objectively, never stop learning, assume nothing, respect criticism, and ask tough questions. Our family history, fact or fiction. Given the Finch family, yeah, that sounds like it would be a difficult one. Lewis rules. That's all the family members.
But it didn't last.
Odin Finch, myth, history, the curse. Oh. I was nearly homeschooled. I technically was homeschooled for, I think, 2 months. Seven ways to create a filling classroom by Dawn Finch. Oh, okay. Dawn was actually an author as well. Haven't seen a poster board like that in a while. It has been a while, and it's been a while indeed since I've been to anything resembling a primary school. Scientific method: observation, question, research, hypothesis, experiment, data, conclusion. Relief effort ends in disaster. Oh, that's what happened to Sanjay. Okay, this kind of makes me feel that it's possible that Sanjay was... They might have known... Yeah, they would have had contact outside, because it looks like he was on the same team. Part of the relief effort. Oh!
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
I'm concerned about the risks you're taking with yourself, Edith. We look around. Milton.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
That one in the corner. Like you have made some questionable risks yourself. Shush. Died twice now to trap. Oh, good old Deadman's chests, yeah.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
I feel I've seen this particular picture before. Not calling the kettle black. I have not. No, I don't take risks, many risks just happen to me. Oh, that is... Oh. So even if... We walk very slowly in here. Even if Dawn didn't want it, Edie still memorialized Milton. Magic
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh. Oh, it's a flip book. Oh. Oh, wait. Okay, I thought it was going to reset. Can I... See, this would be a cool opportunity to like have pause marks. We paint a doorway. Oh. Oh.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
That's a hint of what happened to him. He went through a door he couldn't come back through.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
There's a door. We'll find out further in the unfinished one. Oh, okay.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
This is,
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Lewis.
Everyone always told me to
That's
stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Look in all peoples and telescopes. Legalize marijuana. Okay. So I'm not wrong in thinking the room looks a little psychedelic. Well, how are we breaking in here? Through the front window. I don't know if I trust the architecture here. We go.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
An old Wonderland Turbo. PC. Edith Finch locker contents.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad.
Or 20
at them.
display.
He died a lot.
So yeah, because of how sketchy it looks at some place. Just because it's common doesn't mean it's safe. I'm used to the UK. We've got things made of stone and brick. Edith Finch, high school diploma. Anything about what he studied? He's on the cigars as well. Nothing about his university. The Red King's Dream. First time. It's awkward to read these ones. Oliver Twist. More VCRs. Conspiracy Now. Those seem to be the same ones from Edie's room. Oh, Dawn Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch,
Oh.
As Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
Oh.
Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Oh. His mind began to... Am I supposed to... off with a finger. Apparently not, because I can't. I can't interact with anything.
Wander.
Oh, right, I'm arrow keys to... Oh, okay, that's what's going on. Okay, I'm confused.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
That's just going backwards.
He'd feel his way about.
I'm not... Mooney, you didn't tell me there'd be multitasking.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Oh. I feel something's going to happen.
Things that have not names.
Things that have not names. Yeah, that's...
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Dreaming at the cannery.
Yeah.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
Oh boy.
So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
Oh.
It seemed very promising at first.
Yeah, but...
He told me he'd made a new friend.
I'm going... I can see where this is going.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Oh, gotta keep on top of the fish. Oh. Oh.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Okay, I just going through.
Then he made musicians.
The controls for the hand are getting...
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
I do not like this.
Imagination grew stronger.
Like from a technical, like the actual game, like what's going on, like from a gameplay perspective, is awesome. But
then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Alright, Lewis.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Yeah, that's dangerous when you're working with heavy machinery.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Oh.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
This is...
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a...
I see blood that way, and green this way.
handsome queen.
Oh, right, it's just colors. I'm trying to keep too much track on the fish. The picture is... both ways are death, I think.
The queen was on her own quest for...
Oh, the choices probably don't matter, do they? What's the queen on a quest for? I guess serpents. I was gonna go rainbows, but then I only got in the way.
Serpents.
Oh! Oh, I defeated one.
He followed the sound of her...
Electric guitar. Oh, electric sitar, even.
Electric sitar.
Queen of Ancient Rock.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Yeah.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
He'd become the god of his own world.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Oh. Is this going to go differently to what I expect? Or is...
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Lewis? Not taking any of your things?
Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Wait.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Lewis?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Machine.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Faceless and...
including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising me.
Molly! That... Ooh.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
That's a guillotine.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
I really don't want to.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Last place. Edith's room.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Oh.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Wait, was Dawn up here as well? Because if Edith left young, I don't imagine she'd have her own kitchen.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Sanjay Kumar, evac specialist.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Yeah, that's how getting the furniture up here must have been something.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Is what happened to Dawn what?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
The other entrance? Oh.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Rain. Odin's the only term there I recognize. History of the Finches.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Are we Edie?
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Oh. We can walk?
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
Ooh.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Just keep going straight. Oh, that is fog.
I got turned around.
Oh. That's not good.
I started seeing things.
Fear?
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
A bed?
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
Chair.
That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
Oh.
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Oh.
kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Gone as in she disappeared?
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Oh.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Oh.
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Oh.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
That's... That's the end? That was a... Trying to search my brain for words. I have to admit, I don't play many walking simulator games, but this was... I feel definitely the one that I kind of felt the most, if that makes sense. And in terms of the actual, like, the gameplay, the way everything worked, the different mechanics and styles for all the different stories. Definitely, it wasn't what I was expecting. I kind of came into this not really expecting anything. Not in the way of I was expecting it to not be good, but just I decided kind of I'm not going to hold expectations for this. I'm not going to look things up in advance because I want to experience what it is. It is interesting as well. I'm assuming are these all photographs of the staff members? Did they all like submit? Were they all asked for a picture from their childhood? Which is certainly a Edith Finch team. Oh. The end. So that is... Oh. Okay, so that's just the last cutscene. Never found out what exactly happened to Edie, did we? I don't remember. I suppose Milton as well is a bit of a mystery, but I guess as Minnie was saying, that's for the next game. Assume old age for Edie. I mean, it would make sense, like it wouldn't be too surprising. But I feel there's something about the fact that Edith doesn't specify, like she doesn't give a reason, and she doesn't say that she was dead. And the fact that it happened the next day. And given all the other strange things with the family, I'm inclined to believe that the odds aren't on the favor of old age. But died of a broken heart with old age. I mean, boss, I'm again kind of leaning on everyone else in the family. Something strange happened. Something odd happened. But I guess that's what the Unfinished Swan is a little bit about. And that's going to be tomorrow, definitely now after today. So yeah, that's the... So it is now a... I wasn't sure if it was a sequel or not, but now I'm actually kind of clicking on it on Steam. The cover art... Well, the Steam banner art is that frog picture we saw in Milton's room, which, yeah, that would be where I recognize it from. So, I guess that's everything for today. I'm going to... That was a good one. I am... Thank you, Mooney, for recommending me that one. I am very glad you did. And I am now doubly looking forward to tomorrow and playing The Unfinished Swan. Yep, The Unfinished Swan is definitely tomorrow. Even if I do get Final Fantasy XIV installed and ready to go, I'm kind of... Nope, I want to see what comes next. Well, this is still fresh in my head. But, with everything said... I should be getting on. I'm a bit over time, but I kind of did see the clock when it was like 10 minutes to when I was about 2 hours 50 into the stream. It's like, maybe I should clear up, but also I feel we're super close to the end of the game. And yeah, we only had like 2 rooms left. But yeah. With everything said, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. And until the next time I see you, have a good evening, have a good night, and goodbye.